and as good as he is. So shout out to that. That was an amazing play. But we got our next segment. We owe him an apology. Do we owe him an apology or not? That's what this segment is about. So we're gonna put up the names of who the people we might owe an apology to, and we're gonna start off with the Jacksonville Jaguars, the team who won last night. Do we owe them an apology? Uniqo, that's your division.
I don't need to apologize because I said when it comes to quarterback play in this division, it's going to depend on is Trevor Lawrence going to do his thing? Is Daniel Jones going to be what I think he is? Is Cam Ward going to like do a breakout? There's a lot of ifs. So no, I don't owe him an apology because I respected the man from out the gate.
Oh, we're gonna add this with Jacksonville and Trevor Lawrence, so put them together because we just gonna put them together to take away.
Okay, no, man. Shout out to your boy Tony Khan. He done put together a real organization down there. You can slip and slide, and you can still win the game. But yeah, no, the Jaguars. I feel like they be in the right direction. It's like they don't know what the positions are. Like it's like they don't know what a wide receiver is supposed to do or what a build of a wide receiver is supposed to be. And so they like it's just they just don't know. They just they be playing football rules the other kind with the FUT. So yeah, man, no, I don't owe them an apology because I believed in them. I believe they can play.
Nobody. Do you owe the Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence an apology? We might have lost him again. So
Yeah, yeah, take the sabbaticals,
I
man.
feel it. But Munray, do we owe Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence an apology?
Mixed
Say yes
bag,
because you are
but
very
no,
mean person.
no, I don't owe them
You're
an
a very
apology
mean person.
because they've mostly been exactly what I thought they would be. I said in the beginning of the season when we had preseason picks and stuff for the Texans that I thought the Jaguars would compete for their division. I said that outright. They are competing for their division, albeit maybe like a game ahead, but I thought they would compete for their division from the beginning, and I agree with it. And I also still thought that there were question marks on Trevor Lawrence, and there still are because it's not like he looks like Superman. It's more of the Jaguars are winning. Before last night, it seemed more like they were winning in spite of him, not because of him. So the jury is still out on Trevor Lawrence, but they are winning, and he does seem to be making some steps in the right direction. Last night was definitely one of, it was back and forth parts of him throwing the ball in dangerous situations and then him throwing dimes on the last drive. So I do like that, he seems to be going trending in the right pathway in some parts, and I'm cool with it. So I don't really owe him an apology because they're doing what I thought.
Nobody. Do you owe the Jacksonville Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence?
I do not owe Trevor Lawrence anything as a first round pick. And what is he getting? 60 million? I forget how much he got 3 or 4 years ago when he was still in his ass form.
It's about like what's it about 50, 56, something like that, somewhere around there.
56, yeah, no, a lot more money than I have, and a first round pick too. And the only thing I knew of Trevor Lawrence was his luxurious hair, but he got that Triple H nose. I'm cool off of his ass. He
Oh my
gets to
gosh.
be in Miami. How fun is that? Or at least Florida. I know it's Jacksonville, but that's Miami. That's all I know about. He gets to be in Florida and there all that water and good weather.
Jacksonville's amazing, by the way.
Beautiful. And just ass, If I owe him an apology, that's true. I will owe Tua an apology, and I don't owe Tua anything. He owes us an apology for having his head dangling all the time. Retire Tua. Retire Trevor. I owe him nothing. He was shacking a fool that entire game. He was trying his hardest to lose that game. He got lucky because his team is a lot better than he's ever had. I don't owe him nothing. I owe a lot of apologies to Daniel Jones. Are we on others yet?
Oh no,
or just
we haven't got to. We just got to Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence.
He's about to run it down. Run it down. Let's run it down.
My bad.
Yeah, but do I owe Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence an apology? No, because they losing to the Seahawks, they losing to the Rams. They're gonna beat the Raiders. They probably lose to the Texans and Chargers, and then they're gonna be what I thought they're gonna be, and it ain't gonna matter. So I owe you nothing until you prove it. Listen, the Jaguars used to being up, and then they fell. He makes $60 million. He what the second highest paid quarterback, third. You supposed
A Trevor makes $55 million a year. He's tied for third, I think,
yeah,
something like that.
you're the third highest paid quarterback. You're supposed to win games. This is what you're supposed to do. If someone didn't quit on a play, you failed twice with no timeouts. You failed twice with no timeouts.
Now, to be fair, his lineman stepped on his foot on the way out. So to be fair,
They shouldn't have been in this situation if you thought about. Listen, Jaguar.
How you gonna say that shouldn't be? Yeah, of course. 99 out of 100 times, that's not gonna happen.
That's why I
But
know.
it happens.
So that's what happens to the Jaguars. This is who they are. This is who they are, bro. It don't. How many people fall at the 1 yard line with no timeout and trip over and the lineman step on their feet? That's who they are. They're the Jaguar. This is what they do.
They don't. The Jaguars aren't even known for mishaps. We just said they ass. They don't do miracle mishaps, bro. That's not what they're known for. That's some Pat Mahomes shit. Pat Mahomes is miracle mishap.
You mean he miraculously win? What you mean miss that? Listen, the Jaguars is trash. They gonna be trash. It's a good story early on. They give us some reason to talk about that city down there. Shout out to them. AEW is ass, so they had to make something happen for a little bit. AEW,
Wow.
they need to get. I'm just saying, AEW when they get back up, they'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? When AEW get back, then Shaq Khan, his Jaguars can be trash again. You know what I'm saying? That's just gonna happen.
that's some nasty work right there.
I don't owe anybody an apology who's doing that on the sideline.
Yo, by the way, he was digging his nose the whole game. I'm like, what is going on here? What
He
is
just
going
is incapable of like a mustache. Now I'm starting to dislike this.
But we got another one. Do we owe him an apology? And I'll start this one out. Matt Jones, Dan Orlovsky, and the 49ers. I owe y'all an apology. Why do I owe Dan Orlovsky an apology? It's because when Rex Ryan told him he was crazy by saying you put Mac Jones in the 49ers offense with that coach, that he'll look just like Brock Purdy. I laughed at him. I did. I also owe Mac Jones an apology for when getting in a good organization, what he can do. Because like he did at Alabama. All the 49ers apology for doubting that coaching staff, which we all know is the elite. Because everybody on that team is always injured. Ravens, there's no excuse because the 49ers is like this every year. So I owe all of them an apology. I knew better. Mac Jones, the only one I didn't know better. Well, Dan Orlovsky, you used to make horrible takes, so usually I don't owe you apology. But you had one right, so I'm gonna apologize to you for the one time on earth that you was actually correct. That everybody that sits in this office plays quarterback under this coaching staff looks amazing, looks good. They just place people in there. Y'all see what happened to the other quarterback, Trey Lance? Where he at now? Anybody know what Trey Lance is?
Somewhere behind Dak Prescott, Paul.
He's behind the Chargers. If I remember.
Nobody even know where he's at. That's how bad it got. But even
we thought he's behind Dak.
Nobody knows where he's at. We don't even know one knows. You know what I'm saying? So he even made him look decent that people gave him a giant contract. And he got porn stars behind this man. So
hey, man. Hey, shout out to Deshaun Watson.
What are you doing with Deshaun
Watson? No, I'm saying put some respect on Mia Khalifa's name.
He's not dating Mia Khalifa.
His rookie contract he did though. With his rookie contract he 100% did.
Ricky's got Ricky's got to do what they got to do. But I do owe them an apology because I knew better. I knew that offense was elite. I knew that coach can coach, and I doubted them. So I will apologize to those three. Monray, do you owe Mac Jones, Dan Orlovsky, and the 49ers an apology?
Not Dan Orlovsky. I don't even know what the heck you talking about. I don't Dan Orlovsky. With the many bad takes he said. Look, no, a dead clock is right twice a day. No way. I'm gonna sit here like no. We was sitting there with stuff like Aaron Rodgers, you'll still be a top 10 quarterback. No, I'm not gonna talk this foolishness just because like the 49ers, I do owe them an apology, especially after last when we said they was pretenders and they went out and beat somebody we actually were contenders when they were missing, multiple important people, not just starters, important people, and they went out and won. So I'm like, no, I'm not gonna, and in good fashion, not in like no luck mess or nothing like. They actually just went out and fought. I give them nothing but props. And Mac Jones showed in a good situation, still can't look good. So them two, ball out. Yeah, I get my apologies. But Dan Orlovsky, man, please.
Uniqo, do you owe Mac Jones, Dan Orlovsky, and the 49ers or an apology?
Nope.
That's how you feel. Nobody. Do you owe Mac Jones, Dan Orlovsky, and the 49ers an apology?
I don't want to steal Uniqo's. Nope. So I'm gonna say I definitely don't owe Mac Jones an apology. I mean, mistake-free football. You're getting paid to do your job. So, 49ers, they got some losses coming up. Dan Orlovsky, I don't owe anything. Never did, never will. I'll never agree with him on any of his takes. Like Mama said, and I don't agree with him now. The 49ers, I mean, you have Christian McCaffrey. Once he comes back, you're going to be a top-tier team. I always knew that they were. And even without him, they were able to beat teams like the Cardinals in their division.
Yeah. It's the Cardinals and Seahawks.
The Seahawks, now that's a little tough, but I knew they was always going to be in the mix. The 49ers are always there. It's just they got bit by that injury bug. So no, I don't owe them an apology either. They're exactly where I thought they would be. It's a top tier. So
no, I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it this week. I just don't worry about it.
Next up, we got the Indianapolis in the building. Do you owe Daniel Jones an apology? Nobody.
Never have.
Yes.
Oh, my bad.
I was I owe Daniel Jones an apology because I hated the Giants so much. He was just there. I thought it was his fault that they was bad, and I'm looking at him with the Colts, and he's a top 5 candidate for MVP right now. If we just doing today, he would be a top 5. If we doing today, I wouldn't argue if he was number 1. He is my one right now. Until I see otherwise, he is my one candidate. So I do owe Daniel Jones a complete apology. I say he was trash, worse in the league before, but I hate the Giants so much. So yeah, I definitely owe Daniel Jones an apology.
Uniqo.
What? I'm the biggest supporter. What you mean? Apology? I've been like that with the gun. I said, man, he passes the eye test and he can run. And man, just go look at the speed rating on Madden, man. Don't even worry about it, man. Just worry about yourself.
Uniqo, he's that guy he's like the Jets, the owner of the Jets children who just looks at ratings on Madden.
No, hold on. Hold on.
You can be the GM of the Jets.
That's
right
nasty
now,
work.
You can be the GM of the Jets right now. That's the same thing. Ain't no different.
Here's a cool fact about me. I was a Chad Pennington apologist with the Jets the whole time. Chad Pennington?
Yeah, why? Why?
Because he's a good quarterback.
Chad Pennington was mid. He just throws snaps the entire day. Look at his accuracy. He throws 70%. He does nothing but check down.
But he can play.
He was a
check down his ass. What you talking about?
He was a check down screen pass merchant. The man couldn't throw 20 yards down the field.
You don't know that.
He couldn't.
Oh God, it got me. It got me. I'm sorry.
Such a random.
So is Mike Vick. But they sold out of all of the Falcons jackets. So I went with the second best. I mean, obviously it's the Colts, but I don't do that kind of color blue like that. You know what I mean? For my, every day go to school where I need something. Come on, man. So I had to go with the Jets, man. Chad Pennington, man. I rock with him. Heavy. What that has to do with the Giants?
I haven't.
Oh, Monray, have you? I forgot I did the Indianapolis first. Monray, do you owe Daniel Jones an apology?
Come on. Just let it go.
I'll be fair. I know I'm a fair man. I owe him a slight apology. I'll be fair, man. I'm a fair man. I do like that. I'm with Gerald to the extent that we just think Daniel Jones was trash, and to be fair, he played like trash. But it shows that a difference in organization and coaching can make a big difference in a person's ability or like how they look on the field, because football is more of a team sport and stuff. That's very true. Now, with that being said, going as far as saying he's the current level MVP is insanity, man. Because there are at least 2 to 3 people that I would put ahead of him, and I have them on list. But I do agree that currently, right now, he is like top 5. You could say that MVP candidacy. I do think you could legitimately put him in the conversation. I'm not knocking that, but one is insane. But just No, he does get a slight apology because he does look good, especially against scrub teams. So I give them knocks that he is able to be a competent NFL quarterback right now. I'm very proud with it. Now, the only thing I would do say that is by extension, I would ask the panel, is Anthony Richardson cooked because Daniel Jones is cooking?
Yeah, he came in for
I'll
one
wait
play
for
and
it.
threw a nice pass.
No, he is not cooked. But also,
He younger than Shedeur Sanders, by the way. So
can you chill out with the whole backhanded compliment thing today? Can you just say what you mean?
I did say what I mean. He's good against scrub teams. Against the two teams that actually have winning
Man,
records. He
you
got
just
lucky that the Broncos took themselves out and he botched the game against the Rams. I said what I said.
offended. I'll be offended.
I said what I said.
I will put that on the bulletin board. If Daniel Jones ever hears what you just said, I'm lighting you up to try and beat you.
ESPN shows to say the same thing. They need to beat somebody good before we actually give him acknowledgement.
All right, man.
Do I owe Daniel Jones a apology? If this was last year, I would have. But I don't owe him this year. Why? Because that show came out on HBO when we saw the Giants ownership. And when I saw that ownership, I said it ain't his fault. It ain't Saquon's fault. It ain't neighbor's fault. It ain't.
You said that's how they operate.
It ain't nobody's fault. They all just terrible. Matter of fact, it made me put. Listen, I was like, man, Eli, man, he a fringe Hall of Famer. He get in just off the Super Bowl. He took that shit to the championship in twice and beat Brady with that. He was like his defensive line. Listen, that's all.
We may have to actually start to rank the organizations that are like that bad because
I like
some
that.
organizations have not been able to just put out any kind of production in decades.
By the way,
the Jaguars for years was just like, nah, David Garrard got this. He got this.
To be fair, the Jaguars like randomly go to the AFC Championship game every once.
Leftwich got this. What?
But the thing about the Jaguars, they randomly go to the AFC Championship game every once. The Giants, I don't know what's going on with their organization since since Mara got older. I don't know what's going on with them. And
with it being that big of a city, with that big of a draw, how you're not getting any influence from any of those rich people in that city, like at all? Like,
I don't know what's going on with them. As soon as I saw him, I'm like, yo, Daniel Jones, we got to see now because I don't know. He got away from that hellhole. We get to see what he can do now. We get a fair eye view. Like I said, if it was 2 years ago before that, I'd be like, Daniel Jones is. I would make fun of him and call him Vanilla Vic and just laugh at him. But after seeing that, I'm like, okay, he just in hell.
Yeah.
I can't deny it right now because between the Giants, Jets, and Panthers, those are like three organizations quarterbacks goes to kill their careers.
And then they come out and look better. Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield just put on a show.
They put on the show.
And that was in Carolina, and they was in Jets in Carolina playing the few years ago. Like ass. So listen, I don't know. They got out there. Listen, shout out to everybody that made it out. Y'all made it out alive and got a chance.
I'd have a question too about the Bears pretty soon.
Oh boy,
be in there.
Yeah, they might be there too.
But to the Bears' credit, every time they quarterback goes somewhere else, they still be ass. Like it ain't changed yet until somebody prove different.
Jay Cutler is the only like actual quarterback that looked like a quarterback in all these years that I've known the like Bears.
They've been since the 80s. Every quarterback they had, they go to other teams, they still be at. So they ain't got no record yet.
Jim McMahon definitely cannot be in the Hall of Fame. He's not in there, right?
Jim McMahon is blind. He was colorblind in the NFL. That was funny to me. He got half blind in one eye. And I'm like, he the best quarterback y'all ever had was a blind man.
That's crazy.
Maybe we can talk about the organization about drafting quarterbacks, but
hey, clip that.
He was literally blind. Jim McMahon blind in the NFL.
Is Dak Prescott blind?
Yeah, he blind in one eye. He was blind in one eye. He was not fully blind, but his right eye was impaired while he played football. So he was literally the best quarterback couldn't see out of his right eye. That is crazy.
Is Jerry Jones blind because he doesn't know which finger he's putting at people?
He know.
He's a lying old man.
Yeah, he know what finger he was putting up.
And that's how you do a segue. What about Dak Prescott and Brian Schottenheimer?
Do we owe? Yeah, that's fair. Oh, you forgot. Don't forget Sam Darnold. We gotta do Sam Darnold quickly. Sam Darnold. Do we owe him an apology? Listen, I think we owe no apology last year. I don't think we owe
Seahawks suck, but they got wide receivers though.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. He just throw it to one dude, and I promise you, no matter where it's at, he catched that ball.
Exactly. Yep, that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
I don't want to say name because I'm gonna say it on the wrong on purpose.
Oh, you talking about Jackson Smith and Jigba?
Yeah,
Jackson Smith, Nick Jimba. Yes, 100%.
nigga with a J.
Oh my God, this is why we can't have nice things.
Yes, I'm telling you, Armin St. Brown was talking to him when he ran to the camera because he was like,
why do niggas gotta have 5 names now? Like for their last name, like all of them trying to be law officers. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, am I wrong?
Jackson
I'm telling
Smith,
you, when Armin St. Brown caught that touchdown, he was talking
still
to
nigga
with a J because he said, "I'm the best." He was talking to him. He was talking to him directly.
Still nigga.
They were arguing about who was the best receiver. So he was like, "I'm the best. I run this." So what he told the cameraman, he wanted him to get the message.
Armand Smith from Germany, he be running around with Schroeder.
Real quick, do we owe Sam Darnold an apology?
Nah.
No.
I'm saying we saw him last year. We would have owed him an apology.
He's good. He can play. He can play.
I'm saying that would have been last year, but I'm like, he played well last year. He took a team to 14-2.
Yeah, he don't. No, we don't no apology.
His USC career was great, man. He's okay, man. We knew he was good.
Now the last one. Dak Prescott and Brian Schottenheimer. Do we owe him an apology? Dak, I do not. I don't know. I've been arguing for years that he's literally he was second in the MVP race. I don't know why people are shocked by this. I still be confused how people are shocked by Dak Prescott being good. Brian Schottenheimer, his daddy's a legend, and he always called games pretty decent when he was in San Diego. And where else was he? He was at a bunch of places. He always called decent games. I don't even think people talked about him much. I don't think people were mad he got hired when he got hired. I think that's why Jerry hired him, because he was the safe hire. So I don't think we owe him an apology. Anything we owe, I don't know who we owe an apology to.
Because it came from Marty Schottenheimer.
Yeah, his dad. So he was always a pretty good conference quarter. We didn't know how he was good as a coach, but that's fair. He wasn't a coach before. So
he came up in a different time though, so I don't know what he was teaching because that was a run oriented.
Hey, Williams look amazing, so he's still run oriented, and that getting the play action off now, so that's good. Do we owe? Like I said, I don't owe him an apology because Brian Schottenheimer, I had no clue, so I didn't even say much about him. I was like, we'll see how he do. Dak, when he was healthy, second MVP race. I don't know why people shout. Uniqo, do you owe Dak Prescott and Schottenheimer an apology?
No, he owes me an apology. Every time he doesn't lose, I have a different Monday. But when they lose, I'll be having a really good Monday. Like I get to listen to my podcast and everybody be shitting on the Cowboys and we get all the Cowboy stuff. Yeah, they're America's team because like, man, we like watching train wrecks. I mean, it just is what it is. Like, man, I hate that happened to y'all, but wow, that was awesome. So that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. That's the part where we go to somebody else to talk.
I just wanted to see how you felt. Is that how you really feel?
Yeah, I'm just like, yeah, man. I don't. Dude, no, see.
All right, you owe Dak Prescott and Brian Schottenheimer an apology.
Hey, clip it.
Dak, no, because Dak, I always felt is definitely a top 10 quarterback, solid and everything. But Shotty, yeah, because he was one of my legitimate concerns. And there are a lot of other people that feel the same way when before when they let go of their last coach. And it was like, okay, they had the big names. You had Ben Johnson, you had Aaron Glenn out there, big names. And people was like, Jerry, why are you waiting to go for the coaching search when you let go of McCarthy? And then all of a sudden you was like, oh, you just did your offense coordinator. And I remember people going through his lineage that he hadn't done anything significant. He hadn't done anything wild-breaking during his tenure in the NFL. And now you seeing that offensively, they have the best offense in the league, stat-wise. So it's like, no, he gets respect. He does no apology because he's doing a dang good job coaching his team, and he can't be forced to make up for Matt Eberflus having a hard defense. So,
That's fair. Nobody. Do you owe an apology to Dak Prescott and Brian Schottenheimer?
Let me start off by saying anybody with a 2-2-1 record, I don't know anything.
2-2-1. That's crazy.
It's crazy.
That's
That's definitely 500 if you've ever seen it.
It's 500, and your only 2 wins are against New York teams. So there is no apology that I owe. They lost to Philly, who is confused right now. Lost to Chicago, who Caleb Williams is confused. And they tied with Green Bay, who is not who, if we got to say, are they cooked? I don't know. I'm not going to say anything, but they ain't as good as everybody thought. Dan Orlovsky, who we don't owe apology for, said that they the best team going in. So I don't owe Dak or Brian an apology, or Jerry, or Micah Parsons,
We never owe Jerry an apology.
or CeeDee Lamb.
We saw you
None
at
of
them
them.
rallies.
Yeah.
I never. That's why That's why Dallas Cowboys and Jerry Jones now in this league. We ain't apologizing for nothing ever. We saw you. I'm black. I can't owe you apology.
Yeah. Apology.
We never apologize to Jerry Jones for nothing.
Nah.